Morning, Leo. Michelle.
Morning. Yeah, we're having some issues with Facebook. And
Morning again.
it's going to be, it's gonna be fixed because he's gone. It says in another 20 minutes or so it should be at his computer. But it's showing that I'm not an admin. It doesn't show up as one of the places that I can stream to. That's strange. Been streaming to them for the past 7 years. All right. So but the other sites we are good with. All the other sites. YouTube we're good with. LinkedIn we're good with. What's the other one?
I didn't know that LinkedIn allowed these kind of streamings as well.
Yeah, man. We're on 4 different spaces right now, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Restream allows me to go to. Come on.
Anyway, Michelle, who's Mr. H?
Yeah, all right. I eat pizza for breakfast.
Ooh,
But he's good.
my kind of breakfast boy.
Yes,
Yes, just later we're on YouTube.
We're at LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. Right. Twitter,
What's
LinkedIn.
the space on
YouTube.
Twitter?
Huh?
What's the space on Twitter?
All of them are me.
Okay.
My name. Yeah.
All right, fabulous.
Right. Okay. So I could have gone. No, I can't go. I have to re-add Jamaicans.com. So when that comes up, when he calls me back, then we'll be there.
Add your YouTube space, your Facebook space.
Yeah. In order for us to stream there, I have to be an admin on Facebook.
On Jamaica.com.
Jamaicans.com, right, on that page. And so I've had that for 7 years or so. But then I went on, it's not allowing me. And then I removed it to add it and realized that it's not a part of my space anymore. Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying, couldn't you then just use you, Leo Gillen, on your Facebook?
Oh, okay. I never thought about that. Let me see. Yeah, I could do that.
Yes,
LinkedIn,
that is sorted
in the
out.
meantime, right? Okay. I don't have that. I'd have to go to my that's a good idea. Let me go add it to my profile. Yes. Okay, and continue.
Right.
All
and
right.
then you could just share that.
And then I think so. I think that would work too. Thank you for that, Diana. You see, you're smart. You're kind of smartish sometimes, you know. Sometimes you're kind of smart. Yeah, sometimes you're kind of smartish.
I'm probably smart today because I wasn't feeling well for the past 2 weeks, and I think I got the flu. It wasn't COVID because I checked for it and it wasn't. And I went into this pharmacy and look what I found.
Feral! So Feral make you smart this morning. People go out and get your Feral if you want to be smart like Diana David Smith. Feral is it? Hey, that look like that ad we just put up a while ago. Look like what the girl we're gonna jail him again.
Oh gosh.
That's how she advertised it.
Oh yes,
Panta.
Yes.
Yes. But we were talking so nicely about the education system and the acceptance of in-home teaching. At home, what do you call it again? Homeschooling. Yes. So what's the other ways that we're schooled? We're schooled in the school building. What other way again? That's it?
You usually you get school in the traditional education system, huh?
Yeah, extra lesson.
Private schools, which
right.
are under the realm of the Ministry of Education, but they meet the requirements. And
Okay.
you have private home school where I think I bright enough. I go my pitney them and I'm a Rasta man and I'm sending my pitney them out there. So I homeschool them.
Yes, yeah.
Teach them all that I think them need to be,
Why is homeschool an issue now? Because they need to fix the education system. Are they trying to fix that? Why homeschool is an issue?
Well, homeschool is one of the areas. There's this new Jamaica Teaching Council bill that has caused a lot of fracas within the sector. and it now has an error also impacting homeschool. So the first thing that a lot of teachers have with it is that it needs you to be licensed, it needs you to get registered, and it needs you to be licensed annually. And then it says that if you don't meet this requirement, then you're going to get locked up, and you have a fine and you spend time in prison. No, a lot of the teachers were up in arms about it. It says also that you need to have a teaching diploma, a teaching degree.
To homeschool.
Right, in order to homeschool. So
it's a license, right? It's a license,
right,
not
so
a
it
diploma.
needs to be just like the teachers out in the public school. You, Michelle, can take it upon yourself that you're going to teach H and carry him up how you want and expose him to the knowledge and make him do exams as a private registered student based on your instruction alone. You would have to hire me or Leo if we're licensed teachers and registered teachers in good standing to support you.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, doesn't it step into my right as a parent? That would be another issue. Because I should have the right to educate my child how I want it. So wouldn't that be another issue they would be facing?
I don't think how you want to. I think you have a right to educate your child according to the laws. I don't. It's not how you want to, because you can't just decide that, okay, me I go bring my child up and the only thing me I go teach them is about the herbs and the bush in a thing. I mean, I teach them nothing else. I mean, that's not an acceptable teaching standard. And so the acceptable teaching standard is what the government sets. And so therefore, if we set a standard for one child, it means that every child across the whole country must have the same standard. And it should not be less, but it can be more, can be better.
Yeah, but the thing I'm saying is kind of a thin line between a parental right, constitutional right, the parent's right, and then them forcing this thing on them. So if I was an attorney in Jamaica and a parent come to me, I would push that issue. The government can step in to tell me.
It's not taking away their rights.
Right.
No, it's telling them how to do it and structuring it a particular way.
It's not so much how to structure it, because history will tell you, and the data supports it, that those students who have been homeschooled have always, in the greater part, outperform those other children in the traditional sector. So they are not at any disadvantage, Leo. They're not biased in terms of the instruction. Perhaps they are biased in the instruction in that they get better instruction, particularly in the math.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So they are at an advantage. The data, if they're going to look at the data to make such a decision, the data is going to support that those students who have been traditionally homeschooled outperform. And these parents have not in all instances been trained teachers.
Which is okay. But the law now says that, but remember now, the law is going to say that in order for you to teach, to instruct students, you must have a license, which means that the person who's going to instruct, you're not taking away your constitutional right to teach your child, but what they're saying is that you must teach them according to at least the basic standard of what the school needs. You can teach them better. You can provide them more resources, but you can't teach them less than what. But
I don't have a problem with that. Like, as I said, give them a curriculum for them to follow, for them to be guided by. But telling them that they have to get a certification in order to teach, that I have a problem with.
No, well, I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that
I have a problem with that. And
because they have to go through and show their competency that they can indeed, right? They can indeed.
You used to tell me about the lady I heard that.
Leo, it is saying that you must be a trained teacher.
Yeah, but hold on. But Leo, what to the lady why used to teach you? What's your name?
The trained teacher thing. I am saying they can teach, but they must show the competency in teaching. I am not saying, I'm not pushing out trained teacher in there, because you can, the government will pay for that trained teacher.
But they're going to get a certification.
Oh, I'm saying a certification. Yes.
How they going to get it,
to show the competence.
No, but the certification is that you must have a teaching degree. That is what the certification is, Leo.
No, I'm rubbishing the teaching certificate, the teaching license. I'm rubbishing that. I am saying.
We agree then.
No, we're not agreeing. You're saying that we can just take the children and teach them just because we're a parent, and I'm saying no. We can't do that. We must have the competency to teach. We have to show them that they have the competency to teach them
but listen
at least at a higher grade.
Okay, I guess we disagree, but listen what I said. I said the parent should be able to teach, but they could get a curriculum and guidance on what to do to ensure that the child is at the level that they're supposed to be. That they have to meet those requirements while educating their child. But the certification, I said, no, they don't need to get that. Yeah. But they need to follow criteria, yes, but they don't necessarily have to get the certificate. But most of the teachers, them never certified, and the children, them turning a doctor and lawyer, everything else. So what the issue?
The issue to me is if we're going to license every teacher, the parents must show competency that they can teach at that level. They have to, if the child has grade 3 education, the parent must have high school education and can be able to teach by with computer and with everything else. That's some you think. If they can't show that, they don't get it. They have to have.
No, it's kind of a sticky thing.
Everything is standard.
It's kind of a sticky situation, but for now, I think they should focus on improving the education itself and leave the home.
I think that they're doing that though, Michelle. Don't you see that?
Yeah, but they have to get the teachers compliant. So why put energy? Because they need to vet it properly to ensure they're not stepping on anything. Not just say it, but make sure they're not violating anything. So it has to be vetted properly. But in the meantime, they need to focus on improving education. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I just think that everything that we do, we have to have a standard. If we don't have standards, everything goes, because after a while, if we don't put the standards in and a parent did the wrong thing, then we go and go all over. I said, they shouldn't put him at the house. Shouldn't they make him home school? But that's because we didn't put a standard there. We have to put
don't they have one?
When they're talking about the general public.
They have standards here.
No, based on what Michelle is saying, that there's no standard.
No. Put this family about based on Michelle. We don't know what going on about based on Michelle.
Oh, you say all they need is a curriculum to follow the curriculum. And I'm saying
the curriculum are the standard. That's what curriculum are.
We have to have show a certificate that you have at least the basic standard to teach these kids at this age.
But that certificate is a degree. They're not asking for cert to look
I am rubbishing that.
Right, so you're not going to be, so you can't be supporting the bill.
Okay, let me tell you why. Let me
have some variations to the bill.
Let me tell you why. Let's say someone who went to high school and did very well at high school, right? And they believe that they can teach their grade 9 student, their grade 10 student, how to get through primary school. When this child goes to secondary school, this is a different level. This is a completely different level. Now, is the parent going to be able to teach at that level, to teach at the grade 9? And what did I say before? I said grade 9. I was talking about the primary school level. They can teach them at the primary school level. But when you get to grade 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, those are higher level learning. And it depends on which school you're going to. And so the parent has to show that they are at the college level or higher so that they can teach the student. They have to follow the student and be able to take them all the way through to grade 12.
Right. I don't know how Jamaica do it, but here with the homeschooling, you have to follow a structure. The parents don't have to check in. They have to follow regulation by the government. But the parents don't have to be certified. They have the whole curriculum, focus on everything.
We not hear you. The last part of what you said.
Yes, sorry. Okay, I said they have the whole structure that they have to follow. Like they have to update the government. They have to send reports to the government here. They have to do all those things, but they're not the parents are not certified. But they have to follow it. They have to mark off and meet every little requirement that's set by the government in order to.
Yeah, man. America different though. I mean, Jamaica is not a real place. And we can
and they want to implement these changes.
I'm not for the teaching, to put a teacher in the person's house or you have to be a trained teacher. I don't believe that. I just believe that they have to meet certain basic standards. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And that's it.
So we agree on that ground.
Of course we do.
Basic comments.
Yeah,
Well,
that
might
I used to like
might
it, but I like this morning that. Michelle, me not like it this morning actually. 'Cause
I think that we can all probably just close off this discussion by saying what Floyd Green said.
What Floyd
He's a
Green said.
committee. Floyd Green says that the current system has worked, and he cautioned that caution should be exercised if changes are to be made.
Hold on, the Floyd
Because
Green
just-
said that.
Yes.
Changes
they
Current
changes-
MP Floyd Green.
He went to the joint select committee for discussion because the lady was there, and people are saying, you just have to be careful. Be careful. The system that you have working, so just careful what you're doing, are you saying? Because you want to make sure that you're able to manage and monitor these policies that you're putting in. Too often in Jamaica, we put in too many
100%
policies.
agree.
And then we are not able to monitor it.
What you just said a while ago, me agree totally. Because we can Jamaica put a lot of policies in place every day. And then it blew up in the newspaper today. And then next week, nobody now for light. Right? So it caused problems. Because when they go and point finger at somebody, that then the person didn't do their job. But the policy only went in place. They don't have no money. I mean, they don't have any money for election, that kind of thing.
No, well, they say it's not a money issue for the election.
Are you kidding me?
It's because, yes. Today's paper, quite interestingly.
I was watching Julian Robinson yesterday reading a paper in Parliament that says Mr. Mackenzie brought there and said that they are having economic issues why the election is not being held.
Yeah, me like this topic. Go and talk to them. I'm interested in topic.
Well, I don't know. It's probably a moving target. Leo, but you make me talk. I mean, I think say we really about Facebook and other people. They must say, oh, they wonder what we're there.
Oh, we're not about Facebook. We're not on Facebook, but we're up on the other. I want people be up on their chat, man. Listen, M. Sterling Green says Michelle question would homeschooling rights be matter of a choice based on curriculum, whether parts of the curriculum can be omitted or added accordingly, and of course with the guidance in place. Mark Hayes says the crew is back. And then Sterling says again, that's where Jamaica needs to benchmark against other systems that work and implement. I like those thoughts. They're asking good questions. VM Eslop is there. Antonio Goff in Canada is there. I hope Antonio look like
no, ask Eslop for me. How much inches snowfall?
It's a fall right now. Me, I look on it. It's not fall right.
Yeah, I was trying to look up I was trying to get my facts together with this whole, the government not have money for the election. Did you see all of the billions of dollars and millions of dollars they designated for everything else?
Well, they received, okay, so based on what my understanding is, the estimated revenue for 2023 so far has outdone what their expectation is, plus two. The disc inserted was, okay.
Extra money?
I think they're over by like $80 billion. Don't quote me too much, but I think that's what it says. $80 billion. They are in excess of their expectation. And so
meaning that they've consumed, let me be clear, meaning that they have consumed and there is a deficit, or you're saying that the revenue has exceeded the projections, so there is excess. I just want to understand.
Right. So the second one, them expect to make, let's say, $10 this year, right? Up to this point. They make $30 already.
All right, so hold on. So
yes.
You're saying to me that like say I was going to make $10 off of the ticket them, but you make 30 off of the ticket.
Yes. They expect to make $10 and they make 30. But we're talking about billions now. And based on what Julian says, they're in excess of $80 billion, right? He says only 1.3 billion is needed for the election.
Yeah, but this
they
is the
have
thing,
more
you know.
money.
But what important, because I see where they designate $878 million program for widening and dualization of Grange Lane. Couldn't that money be used towards the election? I don't even know what that is.
You know what bothers me?
No, but that might be a bad road that need to fix. That might be somewhere down in Junction that shut off and you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, but election are important because who's supposed to assist with this? The local.
When was the last time we had that election, that parochial election? 2016.
Yeah, long time. Yeah,
that's the last time we had an election that's supposed to be held 4 years.
Yeah, and they're not doing anything. Most of them are lame duck because they don't know what's happening. Nobody doing much.
A lot of the office and gone. Some of them gone to America. Some gone into MP work, and so a lot of the spaces are empty. So I'm saying, I thought our country is a democratic principle. I thought that's what it was, where the people vote who they want in the office. Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Can't vote if there's no election.
But that means the government not doing its due diligence in creating democracy.
Well, then you can't. Well, you can't vote.
And the people have to demand it, you know. And the people have to demand. But if nobody's demanding it, because I see where the opposition walked out, and it was like time to be put on a little clown show with everybody in Parliament. And then instead of the citizens saying, that it's serious to us, we are upset that you're making a mockery of this.
Michelle, how do you expect them to do that?
You can voice your opinion. They voice your opinion about everything else. The other day when taxi man were upset, what they do? Then go to nice streets. People were upset about the salary package.
So you want them to go Black Road? Go Black Road.
No, not Black Road, but they could voice their opinion. They could go to their local representative. They could go to their MPs and say, you know what, this is an important thing to us. We need to get this done. We need people in position that are going to work for us. They could voice their opinion. Then upon Facebook, I talk garbage. They can go on Facebook or do it.
But I think that
they need to stand.
I don't know how else they're gonna do it. Because to me, you vote for a representative to represent you in Parliament or in parish council or wherever, right? So therefore, if 20 or 30 people come to me as my councillor, as the councillor, I have a choice as to whether or not I listen to them. I have a choice because you already put me in office to represent you. I can go out now and just go vote against what you just said. But I don't go 20 I have 5,000 in my constituency. So 20 don't really make no difference. So if you say to me, go Black Road and thing, then I'm willing to go Black Road and make nice.
No, I'm not saying anybody's supposed to go Black Road. So they said that I'm inciting violence. Do not say that.
I didn't say anything about violence.
I said that they have other avenues to go.
Black Road is not violence. Black Road is not violence.
Black Road can be violence. And Black Road is an incitement.
It's an incitement against the government. But all I'm saying is people need to take action. They could voice their opinion in several ways to be heard, but they just sit back and let everything happen. And it's progressively getting worse as we see. Either then just like whatever, the government don't really care, people don't really care about us, why voice my opinion? But you can't sit back and let everything be taken away. Because how the government is going to say they don't have money, and for the last few months, they are bragging about money. They're bragging about reports from IMF. They're bragging about all the information about money and how well the economy is doing. And people are saying, we're not seeing the benefits of this great economy. And I know when something is important, the day before they say we don't have funds to do it. But then the next day, they're highlighting millions and billions of dollars that are put towards other projects.
Okay, Michelle, you better start reading. Read YouTube, because you're the reader and I can't read. I don't know how to read.
If anybody's there to blast me, I don't care.
No, they're not blasting you. I'm just saying I'm just telling you to read.
I understand what Michelle is saying, that there needs to be some evidence of collective protest, in not in a violent way. that, but Leo is quite right, Michelle, in that if 30, 40, 50, 100 of us, 1,000 of us go or raise an issue with a sitting MP, particularly an MP that supports the governing institution, then it makes it that much harder to
Yes.
get any action.
Oh my God, let's try something, Leo.
Me reacted. What me say? I didn't read anything. I just saw a lot of things rolling down. So I said, please read, because me can't read.
No, I would
Okay.
not be running for office.
I didn't see that.
Oh, there was a request for Michelle to come run.
But she was interested for running for office. Go back to Jamaica
No,
now.
but hold on. Talk about running for office. What happened to that man who was going to change the constitution and had a new party that was registered?
When you again?
So quiet, Mr. Something.
Patterson, I don't know your best friend
Patterson. My friend Patterson. What happened to him?
To ask him to dialogue.
And talk a good talk.
What has he done?
He should be talking now. This should be his platform right now, that the democracy is not being outplayed right here. Yeah.
Yeah, and the party ready to go.
Right.
So hold on there, Michelle. You are read the message them by yourself. I thought the whole general public is supposed to hear you reading. I thought that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, let's read. Patricia said, "Happy Sabbath, guys. Long time no see. It's great to see the Queen and the Prince with the world traveler back together again." Mark says, "We don't need no more political parties in Jamaica." M. Sterling said, "That's often where Jamaica lacks, no follow through or consistency." M. Sterling said, "Neil, that's an incomplete plan. Evaluation and continual improvements are needed to sustain continuity and action for any plans."
Thank you. Who said that? Thank you very much.
M. Sterling.
What are they talking about?
Everything, education.
Everything. Remember education part. Maybe that's why, because she said that's where Jamaica needs to benchmark against other systems that work and implement. Mark said the crew is back. M. Sterling said, "Michelle, question, would homeschooling rights be a matter of a choice based on curriculum, whether part of the curriculum can be omitted or added accordingly, and of course with a guideline in place?" Yeah, they need to vet it properly and ensure it's work. But Floyd did make the suggestion.
Michelle, just like the JTC bill, just like the car one in the traffic, the traffic safety bill.
Or traffic.
It's like you wonder if somebody go through it and vet it to understand that this does not represent the culture and the country. I thought that you're supposed to write a bill that reflects what's going on in community and adapt it accordingly.
Yeah.
They might take it and turn it around and throw it down from people. Me don't understand all that the car bill there where come out the other day. It just didn't make any sense.
No car bill, it's a road traffic act.
All right. Road traffic bill, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the problem I see. It's like they're detached from reality.
But the truth is that it is a good bill. Huh?
We're not saying that.
Concept and principles of it is good. No, what you probably question is the practicality of it.
Yeah, so that's the kind of circumstance.
That's what I said though. I said we're not looking at the way our culture is organized.
But it's not culture.
And yeah, it has. Our culture has something to do with our tax system. That's our culture. Or we move around. Let me
tell you, that is not our culture. Is not a taxi system.
That's a part of our culture. The way we transport people around.
If you're to look at good governance says that the government is to provide education, health, and public transportation.
Of course,
it is failure of the system to provide those that has led to the privatization of the transport system. So now that you've privatized the transport system, it has led to these persons finding employment as transport.
And so they're supposed to look at how the taxis operate and build the laws around it to standardize how they operate.
Then you're going to change the constitution. Then the government is not going to build
Oh my God, you know what? While you guys were talking, did you see how many billions the public transportation system?
Yeah, I know. In God,
talk about that. No, but you're talking about that And Dr. Daniel was saying like the public system. So I'm saying, you see how horrible it has been doing
No,
under the management of the government.
I don't know. We haven't seen it.
But
Michelle,
it always
See,
lose
let me
billions.
find it and tell you how much million bleeding from it every year consistently.
when you say bleeding, what do you mean bleeding?
Loss, like total loss.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Like we're running the yellow bus them,
Yes,
and
total loss in the millions.
in terms of somebody that take the money or we not make enough money. Which one? What is it?
Me no know. Me no know what they need
Have to
to
be
figure it
careful
out.
there. We have to
I
be
don't know
careful.
what it is, but it is a drain on the
It
public
is
purse.
okay. Let me tell you this. It is okay for a transportation system that provides movement throughout the country. If it's not making money, the government have to put money in it.
Okay, let me tell you how much they lost.
However,
11.4 billion.
but
Come on now.
if the system is inefficient and people are thief the money, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, but either way, then the new management, they need to just try something different. This is not it. Privatize it. Get somebody else in. This is
I
not
don't
it.
believe that.
Every
No, not
year
at all. Not at
consistently.
all. Not at all.
Every year
Not at all.
consistently.
No,
I
no,
would
no.
agree with the government.
We have to have
Privatize
public
this and
transportation.
sell it. How the other one do so well? What the one name?
Or what?
What's that system that people use? That pay the money?
Jamaica only
Exactly.
must
It was running just the same way.
And they turned it.
That's why
And
you
it was
pay
turned.
taxes. That's why you pay taxes. Now there's a difference between it. Listen, it's not
All right,
transportation
justify
business.
that, Leo.
Public transportation is not
All right.
for
So, all right,
profit.
Leo.
Public transportation
What do
is
you
not
mean?
for profit. No,
But they
It
shouldn't
is
be at this
suppo-
major loss. It's supposed to be making money to improve
not
it.
for
It's
profit.
a loss. No,
Yes,
it can break
maybe-
even, but it should be. It should not
Maybe
be
they
at
need to
11.4
evaluate the
billion.
system, but it's not there to make a profit. Government don't make
All right.
profit.
Let
Government
me tell you
spend
that
from a
story
budget.
about JUTC. I
Eh?
had a late friend who died. He was the chairman of JUTC, and he was on track as chairman and acting exec to make the JUTC profitable.
It can be profitable. You know why you want one business to make
So it
$11.4 billion?
whilst it is not there to be a profit center
I
and to
am-
be a made driver for revenue for the government, it ought not to be such a drain. If the news article that came out a day ago is correct, if it is to be trusted that they're on track this year in 1 year to lose 11.4
$11.4 billion.
Let me restate what I just said. Let me so that everybody understand what I say. What I am
Yeah.
saying is that if the transportation system is running effectively, meaning that all accounting systems are in place, no thieving going on, nobody, right? Everything is running the way that it's supposed to, and it's losing money. It is okay because the government is not in a profit-making business. They
No.
set a budget, and the budget is supposed. No, what I know for sure is that the government of Jamaica never puts enough money into a system to make it completely budgetarily. Papa Michigan is here.
The money, the
Functional.
They
budgetary
should be
fact.
funding themselves. They should at least be able to fund themselves and
No,
manage
no,
themselves. It
no.
should not be, even if they have a loss, it should not be at $11.4 billion.
You don't know that. You don't know
No
that.
business should be at that. Well, that's what it's reported.
There's a possibility
We're
that the
hopeful
government
that
didn't
it
put
is
enough
not.
money in there.
It hopefully is not, but they need to go in, restructure the management. If you say it's bleeding and people are rub it blind, they need to go in, have auditors
Right.
go in
Evaluate.
and fix it. But for now, I think they should privatize it.
We have Papa Michigan on
All right,
board.
hold on before we move to the guest. Michelle has raised some real valid points.
All right.
Yes, and audit is always imperative. And Leo too has shared that we need to make sure that the funding for our budget is adequate. Again, it probably go back to the need to really assess things
Yes.
properly
Yes.
and independently without political prejudice.
Right.
So there is
influence.
for a real assessment, what are the needs of the public sector? Can we reasonably meet 50%, 40%? Okay, let us budget for 40% whilst we look to others to provide for the 60%. Do we have to give them some sort of a subsidy to make it efficient and supporting the needs and the expectations of the wider society so that we're meeting everybody's needs is the logical things that we have to do.
Because Diana, I strongly believe that within that $11 billion is the deficiency in the budget. I strongly believe that it will show a deficiency in that budget. So let's say they operate with an $11 billion a year. The government is going to give you $8 billion and say, go ahead and work.
Right.
That
So
$3 billion is going
there
as a deficit.
Make up for that shortfall.
Absolutely.
So they have to make up for the shortfall. But again, Leo, it raises a question that if I am recognizing that I can't give you the 11 billion that you need, and I'm giving you 8, this 8 billion must be improving some measures of your efficiency so that at the end of it, the next time I don't carry 11 billion in deficit for that year, plus another 11 billion in deficit for the next year. Because if you look at the article, there's an article that says that they need to send out 400 buses.
Diana, we have a short time with him. We have a short time with Michi. We should bring him and then we can.
Yes, we only have to, but you're only doing 50% of that. Yes. You're always going to be painting yourself in the corner.
Truly. Oh, should I allow the ladies? Should I allow the ladies to introduce Michigan, because me not have the kind of voice to introduce good-looking man. You know what I mean?
Okay, before Michigan come on, you can check on Facebook. Is it up?
All right, we're checking it. But go ahead.
And it is so good to see you. Growing up
good morning,
as
Michigan.
Let me introduce my friend Michigan. I've known him now for the better part about personally, for the better part about 12 years. Him come do a show for me back in 1998, and he mashed up the place. Jesus peace. But who could forget Michi of the 70s? He was dancehall king. Anytime you have a dance anywhere in a Jamaica and you want it to be nice, call up Michigan, and the dance sell out. And so I have known, I've watched Michi has transformed himself from a duo to an individual artist, and he has done many tours. And in 2020, when everybody realized that Michigan, no gone nowhere, Michigan, they're on top of game, they brought him into the festival song competition. Anybody remember that? Festival song competition.
And he had a song that was my favorite song that did win. My song did win. I don't care what I mean.
Michi teach everybody to dance him song. And that's what we needed to win that competition, yeah? Right. So I was really moved and touched. He has sent me several songs after that are doing very well. But that particular festival song, why I'm focusing on it, is that a year or two ago, there's a school in Wisconsin that took that festival song and made that song into their own. It was really nice to see some white picnic, some white picnic dance to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Right, Michi?
Most definitely.
Michigan,
yes. Thank you.
Good to have you here. And I certainly remember the 70s, though I was just a slip of a child, but those songs stay with you forever. That festival song was special for us, and it was really special for a lot of Jamaicans. It brought a different kind of a vibe, and it had a sense of hope within it, that I don't know, it just seemed to have escaped others. But welcome here. I want to ask you, how did you get the name Michigan?
Oh, God.
Well, that name came from a friend of mine. I used to DJ on the sound system, but I didn't have a pseudonym, and him say name Michi. So I said, "Me for name Michi, man. You're not artist." But then again, we did their toggle, you know, we did haggling. And then there comes this big, massive tractor that came down to excavate the field in front of us. And the name of the company was Michigan. So
yes, they have an engineer in Michigan. That's true.
And just hold the name and run with it.
run with the name.
Like you. Well, fabulous. I'm happy that you did. It's a name that people don't pause to question what it is. Them just know if you say Michigan, it can't be a place, it must be a person, it can only be you. We thank you for being here. So,
that's a nice one.
Glad,
Hear your lyrics, Michi, hear your lyrics.
Come on, lyrics. Two pretty ladies and my brethren Leo. Thank you very much for having me on this show. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
so Michi, tell me now, what are you up to?
Well, right now I'm in Los Angeles. I have rehearsal today because I'm doing a musical. It's called The Obia Man.
Obia Man. Like it's a musical play or a show. Like
it's a musical.
It's gonna be on the
a little bit more light for Michi. Michi, a little bit more light on you.
Hold on. Let me get the flyer.
Can't see your face.
Can't see my face.
Wait, light.
You're dark.
I need more light.
Yeah,
man.
But it's
more light in front.
I can hear you good.
Yeah, maybe take out my glasses too.
No, man.
No, that's on serious.
Let's go.
All right. Okay.
Man, it's a comedy.
Oh.
Caribbean comedy series. Okay.
So Michi, you're done. You're after now.
Yes. But it's gonna be at the Wilshire Ebel Theatre.
Right.
And it's still showing. It has been advertised on the mainstream radio over here, Stevie Wonder Radio and all of them. So.
Oh, okay,
It is directed by Jeffrey Anderson Gunter. He's an actor.
Yes, absolutely Jamaican.
Mark for Death, Naked Money, you know, a lot of those shows.
Yes.
And that's one part of it. Tonight on stage, Josie Whale and myself gonna do a thing named Sing the Icon, which is a tribute to Daddy Uri. So other things are going.
Where's that? Where's that gonna be?
In California. California.
The show is in California next week Sunday. That's why I'm here rehearsing. Yeah. Tonight is on CVM TV at 9:00. That is on stage. We're in full way.
I got you. Yeah, man. Respect to that.
So we can watch that. So we can actually watch you tonight.
Yes.
Paying tribute to the greats. Okay. And who you say you going to be on the show with you?
Colonel Josie Whale. Lord of mercy.
That man.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Michi. So here's my question to you. I've seen your transformation, and you're on top of the game now again. And you know what is this music business doing for you, Michi? I mean, I know your talent. I know you're a singer. I know and I hear you sing. You sing really good. And I know you're a DJ and you're a sing-jay, right? How was that transformed into the music of Jamaica into what it is? I mean, are you consider yourself a part of that historical
transition
of doing well in the business?
Of course, because Jamaica music coming from the dance hall, which I have been from going to school back in the 70s, is normally they play the I don't know if you guys know a record. I know Leo know what a record is.
Ask Michelle.
You know what is a record?
Yeah, I do. My uncles always play their record.
So if it is a lie, it is a beautiful lie.
Let me see if you can find the record, please.
Oh, look at that! That's show off.
We can just take one picture, man.
So we used to play the A side, which is the singing,
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after the singing, we flick it over and play the B-side. We call it part 2.
Right.
So the crowd from the inception of reggae love the A-side, which is the singing, and the B-side, which is the DJing.
Right.
So if you can give them the A and the B in one,
wow,
you got it made.
Yes. Oh my God. A Disco 45, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So basically,
Yes.
that's what it is. So even with me now, with Colonel Josie Whale, while we were doing this thing, I would sing and he would DJ.
Right.
And then, vice versa. Because you guys only know you, right?
Oh,
ladies,
yeah, man.
Ladies.
They only know when he's dead.
No, we know you're right, so what is Leo, man? I mean, uncle them bro me, you know.
If you ask me one more question like that, we'll come off a show.
All right. I'm not gonna ask no more question. So most of you right songs is like that. I'm gonna wear you to the ball tonight.
Yes.
Put on your best dress tonight, which is singing then.
Yes.
Did you hear what the man say, baby?
Lord.
Don't be your biscuit, this gonna be your musical test.
So
Let
come
me
to
teach
school.
you the musical rule. Hit me, Soul Brothers.
Don't dig me so, sister.
So, we have to sing.
So that with a phone. But
So that is reggae music, and if you can capture the two elements of it, you're the boss. So
what has that transformed into now to you? Because that was you, right? And you come, and then now, what is it now? And
this is what almost all of the youths do. They sing J.
You sing J.
They don't really sing because some of them can't really sing to sing, and some don't want to DJ, so they just blend the two things, and that's why you like them, because it's a blend. All of them.
Michigan, you can sing your song for me real quick.
One of my songs? Well, say this song is a Sing J song.
All right.
No more uptown, downtown. We all right. You have to clap.
All right.
No more uptown, downtown. We all run together now one ground. I'm singing. No more uptown, downtown. Well, nothing bring us all under one crown. No way the social barriers are broke down. Pull up.
Pull up, DJ. Pull it up.
So much of one more scenes and us easy, all right?
I love it. Love it. Like type of music, the one of the individuals on my mind, he asked, he said, Michi, what happened to reggae music? The new stuff is hard to listen lyrically and otherwise.
It's just like a Mercedes-Benz from that time.
No.
This time, now we have the aerodynamic shape.
Yes.
So it's not going to be the same.
Right.
And it's transition, and we have to embrace changes. The youths nowadays, them watch MTV, them watch BT. So them see Little Wayne, them see Drake, them see all of them. So them in Jamaica now want their songs to compare to what is happening mainstream. Yeah. So that is what they are doing. When I make every day the girl dress up in her trousers, I say, what happened to you? Everybody say, a dance hall, a dance hall.
Yes.
And
but they used to complain about in a year time, in a year time they used to complain. So we can't satisfy the crowd. We move from the record days to now Shopify or Spotify. Where's being sold now? Spotify, right? And
so we have to just embrace the changes. We must always embrace change. Because if a girl, he says she want to cut off a year and go low, I mean, that's her.
Yeah.
And if she says she want to grow a year long or natty, you have to embrace changes.
Yeah.
And changes is good, in every aspect.
Absolutely. I love that. What about, we see how reggaeton come and blast off the world and make enough money.
Yeah.
We see Afrobeat come, blast off the world and make enough money. But we still a lag behind, even though we are the original, the creator. What's going on there?
Well, all right. Those two genres take from reggae music, and we all know that. They even use, I was watching the BT, and there's this Latin guy, because I'm big in Latin America. And they were featuring this guy, and the song that he was singing, I said to myself, that song is so popular, I mean, it sounds like I know it. It sounds
Yes.
familiar. Familiar is the word.
Yes, familiar.
And then they must sing the song, you know. Big song in Latin America. You know which song he must sing? The melody come from an artist named Nitty Gritty.
Nitty Gritty.
Good
Yes.
morning, sound boy. A long time me reach ya.
Oh,
You then come a class, come learn from the teacher.
oh
But
my God.
because he's singing it in Spanish,
Yes.
we have no idea what is happening.
Yeah.
And the song go big. So they
Oh,
all take from reggae music. They know too. But we must embrace Afrobeat, because at the end of the day, we were all sent to different parts of the world as Black people.
yes.
So Africa is the motherland, and
Mhm.
Africa have 1 point something billion people.
Mhm.
And music right now is numbers.
Yes.
When a man a check and wants to see Papa Michigan, as much as that me can sing and DJ, he wants to see the numbers enough. You see, what kind of numbers Michigan a pull? Because
Right.
that's people who have to come to you now, you know. Then let's go online, go up on Spotify, go YouTube to check on your numbers. In Africa, when Burna Boy and all them sing, them song in the millions.
Yes.
Instantly,
Right off the bat. And just do one. Yes. 1 million copies. Yes.
So
Easily.
we need to embrace. What are you saying?
All right, I'm concerned. I hear you and I understand the need for us to embrace change, but I get the sense that we are kind of losing our control. We don't have 100 million people,
No,
but
man,
how
no.
we don't have 100 people. So when you sing your song, there is no way for us as a nation, if all of us were to go and watch it, to give you a $10 million, a 10 million viewership. How do we get you to get that 10 million viewership?
We, just as I said, embrace Africa. We must embrace Afrobeat and know say Afrobeat is us too. No, we mustn't look point and say, because remember, you know, Jamaica, #1 industry, you know, is tourism, you know, where we have white people, everybody come at Jamaica, you know. So when all of these white people come at Jamaica, we are all friends. You ever go Stone Love yet on Wednesday? Japanese,
Yes.
German. I mean, it's nothing.
What you say, Michelle?
Not true, but when he was saying, I think it's a strong point, because what I realized though is that when like the Burna Boy do a song with a Jamaican artist, what happened is that people go look up the original to find out who the artist is original. So right there, their numbers go up.
Numbers will
And
go up.
then you see they do where they do a joint thing where like Burna Boy will say, all right, must sing a song with the artist.
Yes.
So then it pushed the artist. So it kind of pull reggae.
There was a
back
pushback.
up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent point there. Excellent
So-
point there, Michelle.
That is good.
Yeah. Excellent
Because
point.
we must embrace it. We nothing run from it.
That's true. And of course it out, embrace it 100%.
Right.
Listen.
So when we say that we must embrace it, we're saying that we are to seek those kind of an alliance with people who will get 100 million viewership to recognize the people who created it.
But I think he's also saying that we should embrace all of these changes, because reggae music started with the ska and the rocksteady and
Yes,
all of
and
that
I
stuff, right?
understand that.
And then it break away into roots rock, reggae, and lovers rock, and all of these things, and then all of a sudden, in the 90s, things start to go further. Our strands start to multiply into various ways. And American is one, English is one, all of these little strands coming in and stuff, which makes us look good from a basic standpoint, but financially, it's kind of Jamaica not benefiting as other countries are with the music and being. And that's the question that I was asking.
Yes.
Why is it that we not being on the forefront of the financial part? Not because we are very popular. Bob Marley's family is doing a wonderful job.
Let me talk something, because I was at a conference the other day and I had to get up and speak, and everybody said, you shine upon the panel. Let me tell you something, what is happening. Let me tell you what is reggae music. Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Black Euro, all of these artists where you see out there that make it, they didn't just make it.
I know.
They have a machinery that carry them through. Bob Marley make it because of Island Records.
Absolutely.
That's a machine that carry Bob Marley. I could have promote myself until thine
No
kingdom
matter
come.
what.
If that machine will don't come and take me, I will never go further than where I am.
All right.
That is
And
100% true.
that is what I'm trying. That's why I'm trying to bring out. Why is it that we don't have that machinery? Because there are machinery out there that we can think of,
Yeah,
right?
but
Go ahead.
But in my opinion, I see where people are tapping into it, like other machines. Like I see the other day, Def Jam signed, what the guy name is, Seika or whatever his name. Is it Def Jam that signed him to pull
I don't
him
know who that is.
forward? You don't know Masika?
Masika.
Yeah,
Oh,
Masika.
okay.
So like a record label sign, I used to like even Shensia, that's her name, right? Like it wasn't Jamaica, but her manager had to hook her up with somebody overseas to
label.
actually give her the exposure.
Thank
You
you.
know, VP
Yeah,
Records, they've also, that the artists need to align themselves with these machines. And Burna Boy to me are the biggest one too. Like how you talk about the Afrobeat, because whoever they go and bring, because he's selling out everywhere. So wherever he goes, people go.
You see, I think we have a lot of artists who sign with labels now. Whole heap of artists. Most of our artists sign with big labels. But that's not what Island Record did. Island Record did something different. It actually took the Bob Marley brand and broadened it, not just for money, but for culture, for going into areas that. Yes, there are Jamaicans who are singing music in Jamaica, not for the money, you know. And I don't think when Bob Marley started, Bob Marley had a love for creating authentic, like this gentleman right now. He might create some really authentic music, but what he doesn't have is what Island Records had with that had this broad tentacles all over the place. That
why we don't have Island Records anymore in Jamaica? Why we don't have that kind of machinery? If we are the creators and the authors of this reggae, why have we failed as a nation? Have we failed to put together a machinery that can
tough gang as it now? Go ahead, Michi.
The machine is still around, you know, because I never even want to go to this level, but
take it.
All right, don't go.
Take it there, man. 1 year.
For example,
don't go there, Michi. Don't go there. No, go there.
For example, Coffee. Coffee wouldn't be that person if she didn't have this big, powerful company behind her.
That's right.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fact, you know? And we can use a whole more example with what because I'm in the business 45 years.
Yes.
45 years.
Wow.
I could have been one of those artists, you know, but if one of those machines really pick up Michigan and Smiley, we don't have to stop.
Yes.
I couldn't just go up on Jimmy Fallon by myself, so somebody have to take me by
somebody have to do it there. Yes.
So it's a thing where the artists need a better management structure,
entertainment,
to bring these artists.
Business.
Yes. And the management where you need, honestly, if the manager is even local, he has to have links with
foreign.
The white man play a part in this thing where
always.
Without them, a lot of things don't work.
Always.
I'm telling you the truth about reggae music because it's just a fact. I met Junior Gang manager, he's a white guy, and he invited me to the Jamra cruise and I went there. Very nice person. If I have a manager like that, me there everywhere in the world.
Exactly.
So why can't you align with that manager?
We have a lot of comments.
YouTube. I think
it is the hardest thing to find in reggae music. A good manager. Hardest.
Yes.
A manager must book, and he can just go so and call BT.
Yes. Yes.
Which Jamaican manager can?
We don't have anybody like that. Yeah, we don't.
What's that lady?
That's why Island Records was so important with Bob.
Yes.
What is that lady though? She does Bounty, Shaggy.
Well, Michelle, here's an opportunity. You're in foreign. There's an opportunity for entertainment Management, you know, recorder, you have to. I want to say that June South send me a note to say, hey, she's watching on TV. She's happy to see Michigan. She wants to hail him up. And you know, she's always had a love for him. So I don't know what that love mean, but
yeah, let me read some comments. Mark said the Latin and African guys are playing old school reggae and selling records. That is true. Mark said, Michigan, I think many of our new artists are on the wrong track. The lyrics are crap, sometimes promote pure evil. M. Sterling said the investments seem limited locally to broaden the horizon. M. Sterling said, on point, Papa Michi. You're on point.
yeah.
All right. You see, thanks to all of those comments. Now, you see, as far as the new artists, them don't take suit to realize that you can't change your wheel. You can't change it. Our greatest artist is Bob Marley. The type of song where Bob Marley sing lives forever. So these young artists, they're just singing for the moment. And they need people like me to chat to them too. We don't get the opportunity to chat to them still.
Yeah.
So when they up Pegasus, it was good to see an artist like Papa Michigan go up there and start talk.
Yes.
So can we tell the people and say, listen, the business hard. It's not as easy as all the man upon the podium you chat about say. It's not easy.
Right.
If you don't have the right machinery behind you, you could have sing the best song, you're not going nowhere.
And Michi, we have some great songs, you know. We have really great songs that just stay in Jamaica, the local community, you know. They didn't get out there. And if we have the right machinery that help us to get out there. You know, one of the biggest surprises I saw the other day was Rolling Stones that had released some of the best singers in history and had like 5 Jamaicans on there. And I said to myself, Jesus, I'm God. How did that happen? That's what we need. That's the
Rolling Stone. I went to Rolling Stone headquarters in New York with Earl Chin back in the days when they had Peter Tosh.
Yeah.
With Mick Jagger. And if Peter Tosh wasn't aligned with Rolling Stone, Peter Tosh shouldn't have toured all of them places, yeah?
He wouldn't.
I want to introduce you to Mason. Come here, Mason. You want to introduce yourself to the public? Come here. This is my nephew, Mason.
Mason?
Come and say hi.
Hi.
Oh, Mason! How are you?
Good to meet you. Hey, Mason.
Look,
We're
Mason.
all I'm in Jamaica, and that's Auntie Michelle. Auntie Michelle is in Florida. That's Uncle Leo, he's in Canada. And we're happy to meet you.
She's all right, Mason. Listen, I'm doing an interview. Go to Ramesh. And this is my son, Ramesh. He was on Rebel Salute. Come here, Ramesh.
Oh, that's him. Yo.
Big up.
Big up.
Okay.
You know,
Let's soon talk.
I saw you. I'm interviewing this guy Tuesday night. His name is Copeland Forbes. And I saw you with Copeland Forbes promoting his book, right?
Yes.
What a monster of a person that is.
Musical connoisseur from
yes.
every angle you can take. Tell him, say to me, say, Michi, you see, while you talk, remember, if it wasn't for, like you would have said, Mark Williams, some name. Him say, Whitney Houston, want to make it up there.
That is exactly right.
Listen this. When Lionel Richie was collecting his Lifetime Achievement Award on BT, Lionel Richie said, I owe this award to, and him call a person name. And him say, when him leave the Commodores, they said that him sang too slow. Penny Love, all them too slow. And him said, this man said to him, said, Lionel, I'm going to make you a promise that any song you sing, I'm going to make sure it get played on the radio.
Oh, God.
And Lionel said, oh, and Lionel in the mainstream. So imagine down in Jamaica there. How you going to mainstream?
Yes.
Without somebody I help you. It don't work.
You need somebody.
Yeah, but do you think it's a thing where the artists that need to organize themselves better to help pull each other forward?
There's a lot of anger in the business for real. That's true. There's a lot of
what do you think?
The industry, The industry have to come together. We need help.
Mhm.
If the government can come on board too, because we need help, you know. Because the reggae industry is one of the biggest industry in Jamaica.
In the
How
world.
white people them are we bringing everybody?
Yes.
Uncapped.
Yes, we need intervention of, say, the government, say BT, whichever entities. Let them come in and see the talent what we have.
Yes.
Because you can have the best weed, you know. I just got reggae we talk about. You can have the best ganja, and the next man have a mediocre weed. But because him advertise it, the mediocre one sell.
Yeah, that is true. And you sit back and say, but why?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so do you think, like, you being a veteran in the business, is that something you can organize, work with other artists who are veterans, so understand the whole process and you know what happened to help bring younger artists to change the whole structure of it, to help bring reggae
Are you
forward?
changing Michi into a production company? Are you switching Michi from a singer into
No, but
machine?
he's directly impacted. He's directly impacted.
but
So
I
he more
want to
understand
respond
and
to
create
that.
change.
I want to probably address that for Michi before Michi speaks to that. I'd want to say that he has to be afforded that platform.
Thank you.
To influence with some support, because he in his good intention can always say, yes, I want to influence and to talk to these young people, but unless he's seen to have the support of some authority behind him, then they're not going to listen. They're still going to say, oh, I don't care, I just want to sing my 2 songs this week and make $2 million and done. It don't matter.
Like,
Not long term.
Go ahead. Yeah, make him respond to Michelle though.
yeah, Michigan, I really want to respond. Actually,
Talk.
no, just answer what you think about the question. Like moving.
She was saying that you're a veteran and you can handle, you probably be able to handle such as a support system and put a support system in place that will engage the youth, engage the other people, and create that mechanism that they need to get into the broader global market.
If I am afforded, success is when opportunity meets preparation. That is success, all right?
Yeah.
Success is not more than that. And then at times we need spiritual intervention, because to afford all of this, we need somebody from the mainstream to be on board.
Help us. Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm in Los Angeles now. I am beside Jeffrey Gunter Anderson, which is big actor, right? I don't know if I'll meet an executive of some big record label, and then he might say, Michigan, do you know artists that we need to sign some artists?
Yeah.
And I say, wow, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, definitely we'd have to get together, form a production company, and then introduce all of these materials to these people. Because my friend, his cousin is Omi. If it wasn't for Simon from American Idol, Omi tune to go where it is. You need somebody that can help you. If I am lucky and I meet somebody like that, honestly, it would happen. And
you got me. You're in the right place. You mean the right person at the right time. Marquez said Whitney Houston was mentored by the great Clive Davis.
Clive, that's a person.
Yeah, mentor.
You were trying to remember Sharon Burke was the name, the Jamaican.
Yeah, Sharon Burke. Like she always like
management.
Art. Yeah, management and help connect. Because even like I see Shaggy coming here for a show. So yeah.
I mean, somebody like Shaggy also has a good machine. I saw him with what's the name of that artist from Australia? What was his name again? That he was touring with.
Abba.
No.
But all of them have that.
They have that.
Black Hole.
Sting.
Yes.
Chaka Demus and Pliers, Island Record.
Yeah.
It's Jackson. Go through this. So.
Yes.
We have over here right now, we have a great artist. What's his name? You know him. And he's besides Slightly Stupid.
Yes.
Slightly Stupid was the biggest reggae group King of the world.
Yeah, man. I agree. Back in 1969, we didn't know anything about this lady who sing My Boy Lollipop, right?
Yeah.
And she went to England. She went to England and do one tune, and it's like the entire world
Thank you.
became
But then
aware of her.
she had Island.
Yes.
Yes.
You know who?
Yeah.
You know who was popular
Millie
and he
Small.
died?
Millie Small.
Millie Small. Yeah.
You know who was very popular and I didn't know him outside of Jamaica? What name? Something under that mouse or something. He died the other day. He had red hair and like a lot of jewelry.
And all of that. Yeah.
But he was
In the
always
Europe
in
and
Jacksonville
everything.
performing and he always, all over. And it was like the crowd that he pulled here in Jacksonville. When I go there, I didn't see Jamaicans.
We should talk about Michi.
Mouse. What name?
Ika Mouse?
No.
He's an
Come on,
old,
son, Dad.
old man.
No.
He died
No, who
already.
died? No, man, the one with the red hair and the jewelry. He died the other day. You know that? You never
No.
died? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Man,
I'm sorry. He did
One
not.
that decided to write enough about Marley tune to man. Them name they know him, man. And people say mad, but he's not mad.
Oh, Scratch.
Lee
Scratch
Scratch
Perry.
Perry. Lee
Yeah.
Scratch
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
The mainstream. Scratch and mainstream. I mean, he never come off of the road.
Mainstream.
Yeah, I was over
He's
to
always on the
because
road.
when I saw him on that show here, it's like really old, but he was still performing. He put major pro, like he was packed.
And Scratch had something unique that nobody else now have in the world.
Mhm.
He had it going on.
They love him. They love
But
him.
the thing is, is there something that you are going to do now, Michi, that's going to we're going to see bust out Michigan in a different way another time, because you seem to be taking different prongs that bust out in a different line. I mean, I heard you sing a slow song the other day. You said, "Come give me." I had to play that song over. I don't know what name, but I had to play it over and over because it's so nice. A slow song. It sounded like something like what?
You said you love me.
Yes, sing it for me, please. Oh my God! Yes.
You said you love me, and then you
What?
left.
Oh my.
You broke every. It's a song. It's a Peter Tosh song I did over.
It's a piece of chop. Oh!
Oh, but that do-over was fabulous. That do-over is fabulous. I just want to put on record, though, that Michelle and I are quite offended because we don't accept any of these songs. And then you come and talk on us, but it's all right. We'll make up for it. Michi, it's always a pleasure to hear you. The opportunity just to talk with you is great. And we thank you for sharing so much with us. Want to wish you all the best with your program tonight. We're going to be watching. You said that it's going to be on TVM TV. What time?
9 Eastern
9.
time. On stage with Winford Williams.
On stage. So CVM on stage. And we have an opportunity to hear probably some of your songs that you've been sending and sharing.
With Josie Wales.
It's going to be on.
Do a segment with him tonight. So please tune in this evening and you'll hear that song. You'll hear that song because I'm going to play it. This evening,
before you go,
all the people are listening. Huh? Yeah, I'm playing this evening.
Okay. Before you go, Sterling said,
spend about an hour or less on Michigan this evening. Go ahead, Michi. You're going to say something?
Sterling said the saying for the people. I am implying it to the task of Papa Michigan to take on. It requires authority, mainstream, and serious governance.
All right. Michi, always nice to see you, my friend. You're always golden in my book. Trust me, okay? And he continues to write good songs. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, man, the key to everything is I just do the work and I step back, because you just do it, perform, just do your best and step back, and where it takes you, it just takes me, and that's what's been happening. But follow me, PAPAMICHIGAN, that's the key word. And just let's all be friends, all right?
Well, you're done big time actor now, so we have to go watch up on the movie screen now. Lord have mercy. Congratulations, my brethren.
Congrats and all the success. Thank you.
One love.
Thank you very much.
Respect. Oh my God. I always love having Michi. He has just the nicest.
Okay, Mark said the culture ministry could play the role of matchmaker with local artists and US record executives.
Well, actually, Mark, I'm thinking that there's an opportunity for us here. Leo, they're foreign, Michelle, a lawyer, and maybe we can help find it out.
But the most important thing is, remember, he kept raising that point. You have to have the connection to the big man.
So you
I have no connection to the big man.
Big
I would
man
love to help.
us out there, please.
I would love to help in any capacity to bring my Jamaicans forward. That is me, for the people.
That was a nice interview. I really like Michi every time. He has just the nicest display, you know, very brilliant guy, and a lot of experience there.
M. Sterling said, great talk, panelists, and she's going. She said, bye-bye, folks. Well, have a good Saturday.
We have about another half an hour. I'm happy that people managed to catch up with us. We never did sort out Facebook this morning, but YouTube seemed to be doing quite good, and a number of people came calling there.
Who is sabotaging Leo? Like somebody else said. Why do you always say the devil working? Why the devil working on Leo Facebook?
Yeah, somebody has sabotaged because I am not getting Xavier just called me a while ago to say there has not been any change, and so I'm gonna send him this now because it's not doesn't make any sense at all.
That your phone
on Facebook at all. It don't make any sense. Oh, but,
you know,
we're on my page though, right? We're on my page.
Yeah, on Facebook page.
Let me see.
I don't even look. Marcus and Michelle, you could be the IP attorney for the Mark. How much position they give me? Politician and no IP attorney.
My gosh.
No. But that was a good interview. You can't sing.
Yeah, man. It's one of my favorites. Honestly, he is one of my favorites. I'm trying to find out. I don't know how to find my personal.
Stream live. When I see your live either.
My personal page. Oh, this going on. Leo.
It's not applied.
Go on Facebook. Go on your main page, and you see Leo Giddings.
It's spelled Leo.
I. So simple, people. Simple.
So that
was good. That was interesting. He raised some valid points.
Yes. Yeah, man. Michi, me do a tune with him one night, me sing and him DJ. It was nice. We're in California. Oh my God.
Well, we would have to see and listen to it to figure out if that's good.
Manage me. Manage me.
Well, will we make money? Yeah, we have to listen to them and figure out, will we make money? What about the money?
All right. So what's going on in Jamaica, Diana? I know that this Lent started and I didn't know, right?
Yes.
Ash Wednesday come, and me never know that Ash Wednesday.
Because you're not in Jamaica. Because if you're in Jamaica, when
Ash
Catholic Wednesday starts, and if you're Catholic, you know that is Ash Wednesday, because one is a public holiday in Jamaica. Two, we go to church and we get reminded with the ashes to say,
and no school.
And more importantly, no work. So during Lent, though, it reminds us that it's a time that we focus more on prayer. You focus on fasting. I know just fasting because you have to check the box, but you must consider as you fast and as you pray, what are you praying for, and then you give up some.
Diana, as a Catholic,
yes,
on Ash Wednesday for the next 40 days, what you pray for? Tell me.
We pray for different things. We pray for the country. You pray for if your friend's sick or something and them ask you to offer special prayers for them for that. You just pray generally for God to just guide you and
so you don't pray to not eat any meat at all. You just
you take that decision. That's on your fasting side. So when you're fasting, you're saying, okay, I'm fasting for these 12 hours every day, or these first 3 hours as penance for sins, things that I have done wrong, and to
okay, so there you go. That's where I want. I want to know the sin them what you do now. Tell me now. That's why I asked the question.
So I pray forgiveness for thinking that right now I should just lick you down. I pray for all them taximen who bad driving that, that them cause me to be more patient and tolerant on the road.
It should, right? But
so nobody not pray for Jamaica.
Yeah, not Jamaica. We're pray for Jamaica when we're pray for patience.
when a taxi man bad drive you,
yes,
your response should be, taking along, me go on for my thing. But most people at Jamaica are some bad word and thing, a whole heap of noise them making at them own car, thinking that the taxi man will go on ahead, hear them. Why about
that? They think that they don't think that the taxi
man cost for them? Why want to cost for them?
Because it's a natural inclination for you to respond. And so they're responding and they're aggravated by the fact that they can't catch him, if beat him or take away him driver's license. So then just vent.
Violence in you, Diana?
No.
You sound like Michelle this morning. You sound like Michelle.
Just like your mother beating you. When your mother beat you back in the day, you vent.
Quiet. I sound like Michelle.
And behind them back.
Am I not the positive person?
Violence, it's just venting.
Am I not the positive person that always brings good? I would have not said anything to the taxi operator. I would have gone over to the other side and said,
"Oh, you would." That's what I like. Yes.
If you want to kill yourself, galang.
So here goes. All of my friends who drive along the highway and they drive, safely. When somebody bad drive, you don't bother cuss them because they not hear you. Then gone. When you cuss them, you raise your blood pressure. You raise up the possibility of you running off of the road and all them things there. Just make them go along. There's not that. You
but it's not easy to just be in that space. Just like when your mother used to beat you, you still a quarrel behind her back, even though she's still a go beat you.
I didn't.
That way stop.
Me just ball and suck it up.
I cry.
Where you ball for? Just be quiet.
Come here, get licked. Come here, get licked. But not the taxi man don't lick me. That's what I say.
You're balling for release.
Yeah, could I say something that governs me when I meet ignorance?
Sorry.
Could I say what always governs me when I meet, like if a taxi operator or whatever? I always say to myself, pray for them, let them go, do whatever. Because, what may I always say? I always say, let my brain just freeze. I always say everything happens for a reason, right? And then to me, you never know who crazy. I always see the road rage, where then come back with gunshot in your face, whatever. So I just always say, go on.
I take a different. Let me respond to Diane first. When you beat you, so I'm gonna do the correlation. The taxi man pass you, lick you or anything, in gone, right?
Gone.
All right. When my mother catch a piece of stick and lick off of me, right? Me say sight, and me run down left him, right? Me laugh after him. Right? Done. It done right so. So if the taxi man not lick you, you have no reason to say other than sight.
Just to ask you one question. When I run away,
yes,
right? My granny said to my cousin them when they do that sight car run, she wait till then go bed and show up. So you have done after that.
But Leo, when your mother lick after you, it instills an emotion in you that you respond to. When the taxi man bad drive you, it causes the same kind of emotional that you respond to. Your response is to sight your mother and run and laugh after her. Our response and the response.
But the taxi man ain't lick you, in just bad drive you.
But it caused that emotional reaction that said that old something make him go on, man.
So you just take what you're gonna and shoot him.
No, there's no such intention. It is just inciting some rage that you quarrel. So you're saying, why we bother quarrel? You sit down in your car and quarrel.
Me just say, I may have bad driven somebody before.
God.
I said to myself, not in Jamaica, because I know that taxi men in Jamaica intentionally cut in front of you. I mean, just intentionally, they just want to be in front of your car. They don't want to be behind, right? So, but me still no cuss. Me just
but that's fine. Just don't do it in such a way that it is a risk to the people in your vehicle and a risk to the other people. Go in front of me the legal way. Don't go in a turning lane.
Oh my.
You're in a lane that is going forward at a stoplight, and they go into the turning lane, and the light goes green and you're going, and then they cut in front of you. You now are forced to stop. The people behind you now forced to stop, so that them coming into a wrong lane comes in front of you. That is what aggravates people.
I just saw a ticket.
Taximen seem to be the most hated people in Jamaica, taximen.
They kind of get used to it. Then get used to it now. Everybody get used to it now. Mr. One
Hush
ticket
that,
issue.
Dr. Diana. Hush, Dr. Diana.
No,
We get better.
I get past it as soon as it happens, but
Yeah,
I
You don't look so. You look like your Bex. You look like your Bex right now.
Upset.
it happens
Yes.
to you, if you're going to get vexed. But I was just saying that these are the things that we pray for during Lent. That you pray for patience, because
Oh,
you're
Patience.
That's selling
Okay,
to
you gave up anything? Did you give up anything for Lent?
yes.
Yeah. Wink. Okay, I won't ask anymore. My Lent sacrifice is to sacrifice, not to sacrifice anything. Valerie said your cost to get released. That is true. That is true, because sometimes, like, I have some friends, like attorneys, like, them pissed off, the Jamaican one, them, and they just cuss out all of the bad one, them back to back, back to back.
Of
back to
course.
back. And
Of
they put
course.
on a smile.
But this month, February almost finished. It was a short month, but so much happened.
Very.
It was Black History Month as usual. Reggae Month.
Yesterday was Jamaica Day, you know.
You're not got it. They say
Oh,
May
it's
3rd.
March
They're
3rd.
doing it. March 3rd,
Huh?
they're doing it. They
March
say they're doing it
3rd.
on March 3rd.
Oh, it's March 3rd is reggae. It's Jamaica Day. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
March 3 is Jamaica Day. You guys having horrible winter storm during February. There's major earthquake in Turkey. 1 year since Ukraine war, and so much happened
Going nowhere.
that month.
But
March
it's also Dennis Brown's birthday, Bob Marley birthday, Bunny Ruggs birthday, and Reggae Month. So we have a lot of things to celebrate and to be thankful for that we have them. And so this month has been quite exciting, a lot of excitement. I wish the war would go away, but it's just one of those. It's life. It's life, right? Life has this way. It gives you one thing, yes, sir. It gives you one other thing, yes, sir. Good over here, sir. Bad over here, sir. Evil over here, sir. Wickedness over here, sir. Good over there, sir. That kind of thing,
Yeah.
It's just life.
So how is the garden, Dr. Diana? You're supposed to give us an update.
I transferred my beans, and they're up against the fence now, and we have sticks for them to twirl on.
Any pictures? Like you keep telling us, but we have no
Okay,
proof.
well, I have to take the pictures. I'll take the pictures for next week, and then I have to go figure out how to post it up. All right, but yes, they're happening, and I did enough to put out in the common area, so I put some in the common area as well. So
I'm gonna be playing music this evening, guys.
you okay?
Please join me. It's rocksteady early reggae music. We're gonna play this evening.
Where?
On
Where
Mighty
did you
Enforcers,
Mighty
mightyenforcers.com.
Enforcers.
Yes.
4 o'clock.
6 o'clock this evening, 5
6
o'clock.
o'clock.
tomorrow.
Oh my.
6 o'clock. Okay.
I have so many plans today, and the most important one is to sleep. Okay. So busy. I have no life, people, but I'll be sleeping. So I'll tune in.
Well, Leo had shared earlier before you came, Michelle, about the passing of one of his friends' daughter. She came down to Jamaica yesterday, and she just had some heart issues.
Wow.
Yeah, we can't be too careful. So we did offer condolences. Leo, what's her name again?
Name is Nicola Sharif.
What's
And,
another name?
I know her
Sharif.
dad. Yeah, I know her dad very well. We grew up together. I grew up in school with her mom also, and she, I spoke with Dad this morning, and he said that she came down to Jamaica yesterday, and while they were checking into the Airbnb, she just fell with her fiance's hand. It just fell out.
Her fiance's hand. So she's supposed to get married?
Was to get married, yes. So this is what I found out separately, is that she went to a wedding. She was going to a wedding and also to go down to a funeral of her sister's husband, who just died 2 weeks ago.
Wow, that is so sad. It's just so much trauma
That's
for
so much
the
trauma.
family.
Mm.
So we
That's
offer
a rough
condolences
one.
to the family and to you and
Definitely condolences.
Yeah, man.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
But
man.
on a side note to that, I know a lot of people are having strokes and heart attacks. People, make sure you do your checks because you never know when it's gonna creep up on you. So do your physical. I know some of us think we're young forever, but we're really not. And the younger children are just falling over strokes or heart attack or cardiac arrest. So check up on yourself, change up our diet, eat healthier.
To be more specific, a lot of people are afraid of taking medications, and I want to remind them that medications extend lives and quality life,
Yes.
not just life, but quality life. If you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, please take your blood pressure medication. If you're diagnosed with diabetes, which is the killer in Jamaica, please take your diabetic medication, whatever it is.
Monitor
because
yourself.
your life is normal anyway. It make no sense you shorten it by not taking the medication. And don't take bush tea. Don't take bush tea and then tell me say, don't take bush tea and then tell me say me not.
Come here and knock bush tea. No, I don't want.
No, me not knock it. I'm saying, don't take bush tea to replace your medication because it can't. It cannot replace it. So use it as a supplement rather, right? So but don't
And talk
stop
to your
taking,
doctor too, because sometimes
always
they put
talking to your doctor.
medication.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
always
Sometimes
talk to your doctor. Yeah, man.
Well, I want to offer condolence to a friend of mine who lost her husband as well. He had a heart issue.
hard to.
Yes, he was Vance Wilson. My friend is Tankita Chance Wilson, a real wonderful young couple. And so condolence to Tankita and the rest of the family. On the matter of taking a medication as having the flu, and I went out and I found so
But doesn't para make you constipated? You're taking.
Well, I'm not constipated. It helped me with my cough and my cold gone, and there's nothing about no constipated because it have like acne there. No, so
Yeah, feels like.
Send one come America for me. Send one come America for me.
They sell here. Go ahead, Jamaican store.
The one the concentrated, the one from Jamaica, the one with sweet.
Exactly, good one.
Yeah. Hey, me buy coffee at Jamaica. Listen to this. I bought coffee in Florida, right? And the coffee bottle, the big one, the $12 one, it goes right up to the top. So when I take that thing off, you can take it off and the coffee there right on top. I go to Jamaica and buy 2 bottles of coffee, and when we open it, it's almost 3/4 coffee night in a both of them.
You just need to turn it back upside down.
Ah!
It will full up back. On a light note, I want to offer birthday greetings to Mrs. Daphne Scott. And Mrs. Scott celebrates today her 94th birthday. And so later we're going to pop by and see cheers to her. Daphne Scott, a lot of people she must have taught you at some point over in Clarendon. Happy birthday.
I don't know nobody from Clarendon. In fact, me thinks that Clarendon is a dark place. I don't know where you're talking about.
But people, before we go, we have to prepare ourselves for March. In March, a queen was born, okay? Ooh. So prepare ourselves for that.
In March, queens were born. Dana's birthday too.
Oh, too? So I want to start a celebration from the 1st. So if you want to plan something for me, that's fine,
And the queen that was born had 2 birthdays in March.
One birthday.
My mother born the 2nd, and she also born the 22nd. So 2 birthdays.
So Michelle, when's your birthday?
The 26th of March.
Okay, so Michelle's birthday is the 26th, but we're celebrating it all month.
All month.
She's open to dates and surprises and
everything.
Oh, let me tell you what Michelle likes. Okay, she made it clear last couple of weeks ago, right? She wants
limousine syrup.
What?
The
You don't have to do it
limousine.
all at once.
No, man. She wants to be. She wants the vehicle. What the big vehicle name again? Limousine service.
Limousine.
Okay. She want limousine. She want you to make a reservation at a big
Appointment.
expensive restaurant. And
And
then she also wants to go walk on the beach by herself. Yes, that's
not by myself. And anything else, you know, like you could plan it all, you know, or if you have
yeah.
a private jet.
and she wants the dress. She wants the dress too. The dress. Yes.
I know
Yeah,
she
the
will
back
need dresses
winner.
because it's every day.
Let them mock me, but somebody go do it. Somebody.
All right, Michelle, we wish
It was good.
it was a good day.
Yeah.
We'll try
Thanks
to-
everyone for logging on. Hopefully we start out Facebook.
Yeah, we
Yes,
will.
next
Thank you so
time.
much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
No, Leo's not Christmas yet.
Oh, okay.
Bye.